What if I told you that the food on your plate, the meals you enjoy with your family, could be silently feeding the most feared disease of our time? It's a chilling thought, but the scientific evidence is mounting. Certain foods, many of which are staples in the modern diet, have been shown to create an environment in our bodies where cancer cells can thrive, multiply, and spread. This isn't about fear-mongering. This is about empowerment. By understanding the connection between diet and cancer, we can make informed choices to protect our health and the health of our loved ones. Today, we're going to uncover the 5 worst foods that have been scientifically linked to an increased risk of cancer. Some of these may surprise you. Stay with us as we reveal the silent killers hiding in plain sight. First on our list is a food that's a centerpiece of many meals around the world: red meat. For decades, red meat, including beef, pork, and lamb, has been a symbol of celebration and a primary source of protein. But a growing body of research has painted a more complex picture. The World Health Organization's International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC, has classified red meat as a Group 2A carcinogen, meaning it is probably carcinogenic to humans. This conclusion was based on a comprehensive review of hundreds of studies. The primary concern is the link between red meat consumption and colorectal cancer. But how does a simple steak or pork chop increase your cancer risk? The answer lies in a combination of factors. One is a compound called heme iron, which gives red meat its color. While essential for our bodies in small amounts, high levels of heme iron can trigger a process called nitrosation in the gut, leading to the formation of N-nitroso compounds, NOCs, which are known carcinogens. These compounds can damage the cells lining the bowel, and if this damage is repeated over time, it can lead to the development of cancer. Furthermore, the way we cook red meat can introduce another layer of risk. High-temperature cooking methods like grilling, barbecuing, or pan-frying can create heterocyclic amines, HCAs, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs. These chemicals are formed when the muscle proteins in meat react to intense heat, and they have been shown to be mutagenic, meaning they can cause changes in our DNA that may increase the risk of cancer. So, what does this mean for your diet? It's not about completely eliminating red meat, but rather about moderation. Health organizations like the American Institute for Cancer Research recommend consuming no more than 18 ounces, about 500 grams, of cooked red meat per week. That's equivalent to about 3 average-sized servings. Choosing leaner cuts, marinating meat before cooking, and using lower-temperature cooking methods like baking or stewing can also help to reduce your risk. If red meat is a concern, then our next category is an even greater one. We're talking about processed meats. This is where the evidence becomes even more alarming. The IARC has placed processed meats in Group 1, the highest risk category, alongside tobacco and asbestos. This means there is convincing evidence that processed meats cause cancer. This category includes any meat that has been transformed through salting, curing, fermentation, smoking, or other processes to enhance flavor or improve preservation. Think hot dogs, ham, bacon, sausages, and deli meats like salami and pastrami. The link to colorectal cancer is particularly strong. The danger comes from the chemicals used in the preservation process. Nitrates and nitrites, which are added to many processed meats to maintain color and prevent bacterial growth, can be converted into the same carcinogenic N-nitroso compounds we discussed with red meat. The amounts of these compounds in processed meats are often significantly higher. A meta-analysis of numerous studies found that for every 50-gram portion of processed meat eaten daily, that's about 1 hot dog or 2 slices of bacon, the risk of colorectal cancer increases by 18%. While that might not sound like a huge increase, it's a significant and avoidable risk factor, especially when you consider that many people consume these products on a daily basis. The message from the global health community is clear. Limit your intake of processed meats as much as possible. When you're at the grocery store, look for nitrite and nitrate-free options, or consider swapping out processed meats for fresh poultry, fish, or plant-based proteins like beans and lentils. The idea that alcohol can be good for you, particularly red wine, has been a popular notion for years. But when it comes to cancer, the science is unequivocal. There is no safe amount of alcohol consumption. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, and the World Health Organization have both stated that alcohol is a direct cause of several types of cancer, including mouth, throat, esophagus, liver, colorectal, and breast cancer. When you drink alcohol, your body metabolizes it into a chemical called acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde is a known carcinogen that can damage the DNA in your cells and prevent your body from repairing this damage. This can lead to genetic mutations that can cause cancer cells to grow. Alcohol can also increase the levels of hormones like estrogen in the body, which is linked to an increased risk of breast cancer. Furthermore, it can impair the body's ability to absorb certain nutrients that help protect against cancer, such as folate and vitamins A, C, D, and E. For years, the message was about moderation, but recent guidelines from health organizations are shifting. The American Cancer Society now recommends that it is best not to drink alcohol. For those who do choose to drink, it should be limited to no more than 1 drink per day for women and 2 drinks per day for men. But it's crucial to understand that even this level of consumption comes with an increased risk. Next, we delve into a category that has become pervasive in our modern food supply: ultra-processed foods. This is a broad category that includes many of the convenient, ready-to-eat products that line our supermarket shelves. Think packaged snacks, sugary cereals, sodas, instant noodles, and many fast food items. These foods are not just processed, they are ultra-processed, meaning they are made from substances extracted from foods, like fats, starches, and sugars, and often contain additives like artificial flavors, colors, and emulsifiers. The link between ultra-processed foods and cancer is more indirect but no less significant. These foods are typically high in calories, unhealthy fats, sugar, and salt, while being low in essential nutrients and fiber. A diet high in these foods can lead to weight gain and obesity. And obesity is a major risk factor for at least 13 different types of cancer, including breast, colorectal, and pancreatic cancer. Fat tissue is not just an inert storage depot for energy. It is metabolically active and can produce excess estrogen, high levels of which have been linked to the risk of breast, endometrial, and some other cancers. Obesity also leads to chronic inflammation and increased levels of insulin and insulin-like growth, Factor 1, IGF-1, all of which can promote the growth of cancer cells. Beyond the link to obesity, some research suggests that the additives in ultra-processed foods may also play a role. While more research is needed, the overall picture is clear. A diet dominated by ultra-processed foods is a diet that promotes a pro-cancer environment in the body. The solution is to focus on whole, minimally processed foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. Finally, we come to the most controversial and debated topic in the diet-cancer connection: sugar. The idea that sugar feeds cancer is a popular one, and it's not entirely wrong, but it is an oversimplification. All cells in our body, including cancer cells, use glucose, a type of sugar, for energy. However, there is no scientific evidence to suggest that eating sugar will directly make cancer cells grow faster. Cancer cells are voracious and will consume whatever energy source is available, including proteins and fats. The real danger of sugar, much like with ultra-processed foods, is its indirect effect. Diets high in added sugars contribute to weight gain, obesity, and high insulin levels, all of which are established risk factors for cancer. When you consume a lot of sugar, your pancreas releases a large amount of insulin to help your cells absorb the glucose. High levels of insulin can signal cancer cells to grow and divide. So, while cutting out sugar won't starve cancer cells, reducing your intake of added sugars is a crucial step in reducing your cancer risk. This means being mindful of the sugar in sodas, sweetened beverages, desserts, and many processed foods. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 6 teaspoons, 25 grams, of added sugar per day for women and 9 teaspoons, 36 grams, for men. The connection between what we eat and our risk of cancer is undeniable. Red meat, processed meats, alcohol, ultra-processed foods, and excessive sugar all contribute to an internal environment that can promote the growth of this devastating disease. But this knowledge is not a cause for despair. It is a call to action. By making conscious choices, by filling our plates with vibrant fruits and vegetables, whole grains and lean proteins, and by limiting our intake of these 5 food groups, we can take a powerful step in safeguarding our health. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about taking control of what we can control. Thank you for joining us on this journey to uncover the truth about the foods that fuel cancer. We hope this information empowers you to make healthier choices for a longer, healthier life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with the people you care about. Together, we can spread awareness and fight back against cancer, one meal at a time.